everyone should be a minimalist, but everyone could use a good declutter in their homes at some point in their lives. Hello everyone, I'm Katie Mixon. Welcome to Minimal Mindful Mama. Today we're going to be talking about some things that you can declutter this spring. Winter is nearly over and spring is starting to make its appearance. Many people will begin spring cleaning in the next few weeks or months, and so this is a great time to do a little bit of decluttering, to close out the winter well, and to have a fresh start for the spring. I personally find it's much easier to clean when things have already been decluttered so that you have less things to work around or even to dust themselves. And so I'm going to give you some suggestions in today's video that you can work on decluttering. These are things that I'm going to be decluttering in my home as well. And so if you have other suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below because I'm always looking for more things that I can work on in my home as well. The first thing that you can declutter is your decor. Now this is a two-part sort of thing. As you're putting away maybe your winter decor or Valentine's things, you can go through those and determine if there's things that you never even got out of the box that you maybe want to pass on to someone else who will use and enjoy them. And then if there are things that you're putting away that you really didn't enjoy this year, those also maybe could be passed on. Then as you are getting out some of your spring or Easter things, I don't know if you've started that yet or if you will be shortly since Easter is coming early this year. Be mindful as you begin to put things out if there's things that are broken that need repairing or that maybe are broken beyond repair. Or if there's things that you just aren't really excited to see that maybe would find more use in someone else's home. Depending on the stage of life you're in, you may find that you have an abundance of decor and that you are ready to let some of it go. Or you may find that you don't really have much that you actually like. Perhaps you have some cheaper things that you've picked up in the past and now you'd like to start replacing those with things that you truly love and enjoy. So no matter which stage you're in, you can just take a look at the things that you have or the things that you would like to have and maybe pass on some of the things that you're finished with. The next thing that you can declutter is your cleaning supplies. Like I said, many people will begin their spring cleaning shortly, and many of us have cleaning things that we maybe bought to try or that we were given and never used. We tend to have our go-to cleaning supplies that we like and we stick to. And so this is a great time to look at your inventory of cleaners and see if there's things that you've never used or you never plan to use or that you didn't like, and you can get rid of those so that you have a pared down collection of cleaning supplies to use once you begin your spring cleaning. Third thing that you can declutter to begin spring right is if you have kids to go through their winter gear. Now I know not all of my viewers do have children at home, however I do have 4 kids under the age of 8, and so I feel like just about 3/4 of the things in my house are actually for the kids. So this is a good part of my life, and so it may be for you as well. So this is the time of year where I like to start looking at the things that they have, such as their winter coats or snow boots, or even just boots in general. Things like hats, mittens, gloves, scarves, all of that winter kind of clothing and gear. And I look at the sizes that they have and the sizes maybe that I have stored away, and I determine what will likely fit them for next year. Something that I found is that if your kid is under the age of 5, they're probably going to be a full size up by next winter. And if they're over the age of 5, then they might fit it again for another year. Things like hats probably have a longer lifespan, but definitely boots and coats are a big one. So I don't want to have to store these things in my home if they're definitely not going to fit next year, or if there's not another kid that I can pass it down to. By doing this now, rather than putting away the coats and then going through them in the fall when we're bringing them out, It saves me some work that I'll have to do later. It also takes up less space in my closet and gives me an idea that I might need to purchase some things and add those things into the budget for the fall season. So this is just a great time of year to take a look at those things that you have and determine what you can pass on to someone else and what you want to store away for next year. You can also do the same thing with your own items, although it's not as likely that you'll have jumped a size by next year. There may be things that are worn out or no longer your style, or even that are duplicate items that you can go through and declutter and not be storing away in bins for a whole year when you're not going to use them. Another thing that you can declutter similarly is your winter closet. So if there were sweaters or other cold weather clothing items that you haven't worn at all this winter, it's a good sign that you probably won't again next year. So before you begin to consider the transition of your wardrobe from winter clothing to warmer weather clothing, this is a good time to just go through and remove any items that you're not going to wear. Before we continue, be sure to like and subscribe down below. If you ring that little bell button, that way you'll get notified when I upload new videos so that you won't miss out on any of my content. I love sharing decluttering videos as well as mom life videos to help you to live your best life and spend less time cleaning and organizing and more time enjoying your children. If you have a garden or gardening supplies, this is a great time to take inventory of those items. Go through your seeds, see what may be expired, see what you need to purchase for this year. Go through your pots and potting materials. There may be some that are broken or that you want to pass along. I highly recommend joining your local Buy Nothing group if you have those in your area. These are a great way that you can declutter some of these items and pass them along and find them a good home and just really bless the people in your community. The next thing that you can declutter is any throw blankets or pillows that you feel have seen their last year in your home. You may have extras, you may have ones that you just don't reach for. So go ahead and pare those down to your favorite ones that you know that you'll love and use and want to bring out again next year. And any that are unloved or worn out, you can pass along. Finally, if you're like me, you probably tend to do more of your reading or movie watching in the colder months, as it's more of like a cozy activity. And then come the warmer months, you tend to spend more time outside. Of course, I encourage reading all year round, but I think that this is a great time to go through your books or even your DVDs if you have those and see if there's any that perhaps you read and don't plan to read again, or if there's some that you just don't really ever truly see yourself reading that you could pass along so that someone else can have a turn to enjoy those books. Similarly, if you have DVDs, if there's some that you've watched that are movies that you enjoyed the first time but don't picture yourself rewatching, you can pass those along as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found these ideas helpful. Again, be sure to comment down below what you view as necessary things to declutter at the beginning of spring so that I can add those to my list as well. Or let me know what you're prioritizing decluttering this spring. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.